end of a long day like this, I think we'll start. Bill, thank you very much for another day. It really has to feel pretty good when you know you've been part of this community for so long, and all the great things that are built here you play such a key role in, along with many others like Gary Beanstra, David, and board members who have been here for a long time. Carol and Ron, Tom, I know you've been doing this a long time. Rick, are you still here? I saw Rick come in, thank you. So great place, and I don't know how many places you could go where you could actually say, can we have one entire day with this many people who would care about their school system, and everybody would be so willing to give that kind of time. So, you know, it's not very often as a superintendent I can walk around and pat everybody on the back and say thank you, so I'm kind of doing that from here. But for someone who's new to this district to recognize exactly what I thought was here in Zeeland, the community who loves this place and cares about what we do, but you know, we love everybody around us too, and we're a welcoming place, and so it's a good school system and a community. You know, I should tell you thank you too. You know, we intentionally didn't have a long lunch break or all of that, but there was a fellow superintendent who said to me one time, you know, we never have fire drills. And I said, you don't? He said, no, they never come back. So we thought about it. We had a lunch break and all that, you never come back. But no, not that only happened. No, everyone stayed. You could feel the energy when I came in this morning. This was not, man, I got a whole day. You could feel it when you came in. No, we're here to do some good things, and that's a great feeling. You know, when I came here, the board right away asked for some personality traits, and I thought that was interesting. That's something that Ron does very well for a living. And you know, it's interesting to see where mine came out, because I really would have predicted me to be quite up there in the D range. Let's go, we got things to do. And but over time, I have such greatly softened, and it has become team building. We're in this thing together. What do we do as a team and a family? That you care about people and you really care about kids. And I think that is that's exactly a great fit. It feels so good in this room, because I think that's where we are. It's not all about winning at all costs. It's doing the right things for kids and building a team and a community for the right reasons, and that's why we're here. A couple of things that I put down, what I thought I learned today. You know, our reputation as a community is a little bit status quo. We want things to stay the same. We like who we are. From an outsider's perspective, you might think that. And I knew better than that because I had a lot of connections to Zeeland before I moved here. But that might be a perception that you would get. And after 9 months of being here, that is so not true. We are status quo on what we strongly believe in: ethics, family values, the spiritualness of life, what we do. But on the other hand, we're cutting edge people. We're willing to take risks and do things new. How many other places built 2 high schools 600 feet apart? You know, who else would have been the first in the state to go down that technology one-to-one initiative and be well known everywhere that you go? Who else is known for these types of facilities, and that the community is willing to make that happen? And this is just a sign of what we are. We keep those things that are near and dear to our heart, but we're trying new things when we need to. And then I saw the Sir Ken video up here. And wow, did that tell me a story. You know, I had lunch, Marla, with you one day. You told me about this gentleman. I started watching those. I hadn't seen that one, of all the ones to miss.
That was the one I wanted you to see.
I should have listened. You know, all superintendents can learn. Some just learn a little slower than others. But doesn't that tell us the story of where we are? My goodness, we're exactly what we've been doing for so long. And so now I think the challenge that I'll give to us as we go out, you know, we can either go out and learn all that we've just learned and get this excitement, and then it all just stops and we keep doing what we do, or we go into 3 days now and we get right after, all right, all these things that we just said we need to do and we listen to, we actually do it. And so that's the challenge as we go forward. And so all of you who have said to us, we would never ask you for 3 full days. And I know some of you said, well, I can do a couple here or there. We have other teams coming in. We will challenge them to say, what's the detail now on the big picture things that we just talked about? And we really make them happen. And it feels kind of fun to be in a leadership position of a school district that is willing to take that kind of a risk and kind of a step and go make that go. The last thing I want to put on here is, you know, John he added one word in one meeting, one day, and it was safe, valued, and loved, and we talk about that all the time, and that's who we are. And John added one word, and it's kind of stuck: plus, challenged. And we were talking about that. We want to challenge every student with where they are today on an individual basis to take the next step and get to the next place. And so it is. It's safe, valued, and loved plus challenged. And that's just one word that was added. So as you go, thank you for a long, long day. Thanks for caring about this community. And let us please know that as a superintendent and our team that's here and get back with you, we'll take those next steps. Thank you.